Progress. Good afternoon, March the 28th, 2016, and today we had a market without European or UK participation, and it was a pretty slow market when all things were said and done. Not a whole heck of a lot going on. And we kind of anticipated that we would have a trading range day with the bias in the E-mini, probably still to the upside, but we wanted to be short first because of the B patterns overnight to see if we could bust the 2025 area. We were below 2025 briefly, but not for long. So higher low, higher high. This market says we can go up, and we know we've got resistance at 2045, 2050. Looks like we got pretty good support, 2020 to 2025, and that's exactly where we put it this morning. Looking at the day session, you can see how square it is. From the volume that was done this morning, still leaning B, but spent some time up here in M and N, and we can narrow things out and make it a D pattern, looking to trade it once again. Based on the day session, we've got resistance at 35 to 40, so 34.39 sell 1, 44.49 sell 2. We rejected prices below 25, so 20, 25 buy 1, and buy 2 will be 16 to 11. Okay, there's very little incentive for a large institutional money manager to sell this week. It hurts his compensation. Why do I want to get short? So there'll be some window dressing, but without an obvious piece of news, probably not going to expect a lot of selling to be done this week, and that gives it an up bias into the quarterly expiration. Case-Shiller tomorrow plus 0.7. The housing numbers are mixed. Some are higher, some are lower. My guess is it'll probably come in close to forecast. Consumer confidence at 94. That one could come in a little lower than forecast. And in the quarter, window dressing, I think, is the biggest dynamic that we will face. Okay, looking at the note and the 30-year, today was the start of the 2-year auction. Did not have a good auction, but I think that probably more to do with the holiday in Europe than it was for lack of demand for 2 years. So you can see right here we're in a trading range. We got a seller 16 to 20, and we had a buyer against the buck, and it's pretty cut and dry. So 29 even, 29.04 support, 29.16 to 20 is resistance, and we'll probably see that tomorrow. If there's ever going to be a weak auction, it's the intermediate term auction. So getting to the London market overnight and failure to take out and extend the range higher on the assumption that the E-mini is not breaking, I think would be the easiest trade. But right here, I mean, this is a trading range market, and if you're a local, to pick up a local's mindset, I'm short 12 to 16. Be nice to get it done at 15. Or I'm short 19 to 23. On the buy side, 1 to 5. Then 29 to 25 for buy 2. Like I said, Case-Shiller is not normally a piece of news that changes anything. If the E-mini sells, we want no part of the short side of the market. Okay, we'd like to buy 1s to 5s. Depending on what the E-mini does, it may take a 9 to get off a long. I think we can buy it cheaper, and reason for that is that usually the intermediate term auction is a weak one. It's the weakest one of the bunch, and we'll play for that. And the perfect setup would be a little higher, retest 12 to 16 in London. Don't take it out, get short when the market starts to extend the range lower. London players have quite an advantage. quite often it's the high or low of the market, and because it trades so technically, the players that are against, they understand structure. They know where the support and resistance might lie, and they trade accordingly. Okay, 15 to 19, sell 1. Try to pick up this volume number up here. Might take an 11 to get in. A lot of it's dependent upon the E-mini, then 27 to 31. On the buy side, we're down here, so maybe a little lower, 1 to 29, on the idea that they will take the 5-year lower. And then 21 to 17 buy 2. Okay, there were shots fired on Capitol Hill. That's what took the E-mini off of its high. Apparently a flesh wound. None of the stories are coming out about as to whom and why it took place. So that'll come out as we move into the evening. But it's just, you know, the chaos, the anger, the pent-up resentment, which has been fanned by the government and by the press and everybody. They want trouble. And it's not the way it's supposed to be. We are more divisive. There's more problems now than there were when this administration started 8 years ago, when they were given a chance to really solve a lot of problems. And the old adage, divide and conquer, for political gain has held true, and they played it that way. And you can't focus on the facts. You can't focus on any of the major problems. The biggest one of which we face is debt, spending constraints. But we'll get people mad, and we'll pit one against the other, and we'll keep it. And you see it right now on the Republican side. They should be talking about what they could do to foster change, and why they think it would be the way to go. And it's a whizzing contest. So don't talk about the issues. Maintain a diversion. And when our country doesn't need that now. Lower high, lower low on gold. Find a place to sell it. I don't really trust the shorts. I really like buying into weakness. And that's not to say the market can't sell, because we had really heavy duty selling last Wednesday, I believe. But I just think that this break, this 1185 to 1200 area, is a pretty good buy zone. Then 1170 to 1185 is probably a pretty good sell zone. And when we do a Y split here, we don't have a lot to work with. We got volume over time. It's a D pattern leaning P. So 14 to 16 is buy 1. Like to get that done a little lower. And then 9 to 11 is buy 2. On the sell side, 23.25 sell 1. 29.31 sell 2. And don't have a lot of news to drive trading. Didn't have a lot of action today, so there isn't a big need to adjust portfolios, adjust your risk to make up for new prices. So don't think gold will start off tomorrow with any big push behind it. Get things right, get things balanced. God, we got to go through this political crap till November. And ever since the Clintons started that war room, which was 24/7, the presidential campaign never stops. I mean, who in the hell cares about a lot of this stuff? I don't. And I sure don't want to hear about it 24/7, 365. A year. What did I do with the crude? Make sure I don't shut this market down again without doing it well. So on crude, we're missing the F1 screen. Or I've gone blind. Okay, so lower high, lower low. The market's trying to sell. We're looking at a B pattern. I'd like to be short, so 50 to 75, sell 1. 40, 40 and a quarter, sell 2. Buy side, 50 to 75, a little bit lower, buy 1. And then 38 even, 38 and a quarter for buy 2. Don't imagine we'll get our numbers till Thursdays because of the holidays. So Thursday will be the big news day for crude. Wednesday night for the APIs. Which means we'll probably get natural gas and crude oil on Thursday. Okay, a big day in the euro. Had a really nice rally. The yuan was weaker. We're taking it lower. And that generally brings a rally out in the euro. Poor old Mario's doing everything in his power to talk that currency lower, to no avail so far. Higher low, higher high on the euro. Find a place to buy it. And looking at our splits right here, we got a seller into 50, and we're currently at 25, so no magic here. 45, 55, sell 1. 70 to 80, sell 2. Buy side's a little trickier. I'm going to put it against 112 even, buy 1. Might be 15. Put a question mark here at 10. And then buy 2 will be at 1175. Okay, my chart is on 2 tick increments. It has been on 3. If your look's not the same as mine, you can look up in the title bar and you can find that out if you're new to the system. That's it for March the 28th, 2016. I want to get busy getting everything up and posted. I will see you bright and early in the AM.